Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for taking some time to click on this video. I greatly appreciate it. So this is mostly my Walgreens haul with a little bit of CVS here on the end. Because if you watched my CVS video yesterday, I had mentioned that on Thursday, instead of getting a % off coupon, I just got a 3 off of 15 and it was good through Wednesday. So I was like, well, that's pretty cool. You don't even have to worry about going in, spending the % off coupon to get your flash coupon. So I was like, neat. Well, so I used that yesterday. Well, it triggered a flash coupon, a flash 3 off of 15. So my 3 off of 15 that I got last Thursday that was good through Wednesday, when used, triggered a flash coupon. I didn't know that was going to happen. So I definitely wanted to just use that today while I had it. So there wasn't like a whole lot that I wanted to go back to CVS and spend it on. So I ended up just doing this little deal because it was free. So the Crest and Oral-B products that I did the other day, that was on my husband's account. So I wasn't, and that's not the account that I got the 3 off of 15 on. So on my account, I didn't do any oral care deals yesterday. So I had a $1 digital for this, a $1 digital for this, and a 4 off 2 for the total, the Colgate total. So the deal with the Colgate is you spend 10, you get a $5 extra buck, and this store does follow the 98% rule. None of them have been updated in my area yet. And then with these products, it's the buy 2, and you get a $4 extra buck. So the Colgate are $4.69 and $5.29, so they were $9.98, close enough for the 98% rule. The $4 digital came off, making those $5.98, and I got my $5 extra buck back. So the Crest are 2 for $8, both $1 digitals came off, making it $6, and I got my $4 extra buck back. So it was $17.98 for everything, so over the $15 mark. After the 3 off of 15 came off, it was $8.98, and I got $9 back in extra bucks. So technically a 2-cent money maker, although I just used like a $4 extra buck. So really it was just a flat out like free thing for me. So the Crest, there it is, and the Colgate and all the coupons we just talked about, I used a $5 extra buck and a $4 extra buck, which reduced down to $3.98, just making everything free. And then there's my extra bucks for that. So then we went over to Walgreens. So a couple things to talk about. So this week there's one of those 7 weeks of beauty thing going on. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of that. Every day has a different promotion. So on Thursday, it's going to be like 40% off of Nexus products. I think you have to do it online. I'm like 99% sure you have to do it online only. So if Nexus is your thing, then maybe that might be a good day for you to just, get 40% off of Nexus. But on Friday, it is spend 30 and get $10 in Walgreens cash on certain P&G items. So I'm really curious to see how that is going to pan out. So I just wanted to make you guys aware of that. So Friday morning, definitely check on your app, see what's all included. You may be able to, get some really good deals there. So what I did first, last week we had that spend 30 and get the $10 P&G register reward in store, and then spend 45 and get 15 online. But that was only good for 3 days. So when I got them last Monday, I used them last Monday. I did not take them home with me. But I figured if I went back on Friday, just a few days ago, and did a few more deals, then I'd have $10 P&G register rewards to use today that would bring my, totals really low out of pocket. So I went back and did just a few of basically the same deals that I had already showed you guys, just like slight variations, just to got some razors, did some things. It wasn't really anything I think was worth making a video about because it was very similar to the deals that I had already shown you guys. But I just wanted to have those $10 register rewards in hand, no more than 3 days, in advance of today so that I could use them to lower my out-of-pockets. So when I was there on Friday, I did get a $6 in Walgreens cash when you spend 30 paper booster that printed out. So this is the transaction that I did with that. I picked up the Colgate total, and these are like the nice big ones. Oh, that reminds me. Check your Fetch account. My Fetch account doesn't have it, but I was scrolling through my husband's Fetch account this morning because I was looking about a gift card and stuff, and I noticed that I have a spend 15 and get 1,500 points or $1.50 back at Walgreens only, and it has to be on Colgate total products. Can't be the Optic White, so make sure you're picking up the Colgate total. So it's spend 15, get 1,500 points, and it's a limit of 3 times. So I went ahead and matched up the Colgate deal with these Old Spice body wash here, and it worked out really well. So the Old Spice are $10 a piece, so 2 of them is $20. When you spend 20, you get a $5 register reward. So we have a 4 off 2 digital, makes them 16. I got my $5 register reward, makes them 11. And then I got $2 back on Ibotta for each one. So that makes them $7 for the 2 of them. The Colgate is $5 a piece for these larger ones. And these are really nice size tubes. So 2 of them will cost you $10. Now, both of my accounts that I shopped on today, both had 2 of the $4 off 2 coupons for Colgate, which was great. I guess maybe one was from last week and I didn't use it. I'm not sure. So the $4 digital came off, making it 6, and you get a $5 register reward back for buying 2. And then I also got $6.30 in Walgreens cash for spending the $30 for the booster. So these 4 items together are $30 exactly, which was great. After coupons, it was $22, and I got back $20.30. The 2 register rewards, the money on Ibotta, and the $6.30 in Walgreens cash. So it was only $1.70 for these, which I will pay that for the Old Spice any day. I thought that was really good. So here is the $5 register reward for the Colgate and the $5 for the Old Spice. And then here is my receipt. I have both of those Colgate products. So when I scanned this receipt, that $10 started tracking towards that Colgate rebate on Fetch. And then there's my Old Spice. There's my point booster. So I used one of the $10 register rewards I had gotten on Friday from P&G, and then a couple others that were expiring. So I had exactly $22 of register rewards, which brought my total down to 0, which was fun. And then I got the $6.30 back in Walgreens cash. So a nice little transaction there. So no point boosters printed out on this transaction. I ordered a photo and no point boosters printed out. So I was like, I guess that's fine. I mean, it is what it is. So that was the only point booster I had to work with so far. So after ordering my photo and not getting anything here, I decided to just go ahead and do this Tresemme deal and pick up 2 more Colgate, since I did have 2 of those $4 off coupons on my account. And this would get me to that $15 mark on Fetch, plus an additional $5 tracking, because 5, 10, 15, I'll hit that on Fetch, and then another $5 tracking. So no point boosters on this. I just used some registered rewards that were expiring. So the Tresemme are $6 a piece for the shampoo and conditioner. 2 will cost you $12. We have the $5 digital, makes it $7, and I got my $5 registered reward for purchasing 2. So that makes those $1 a piece. The Colgate are $5 a piece again, so 2 will cost you $10. The other $4 off 2 digital came off, making it $6. And I got my $5 register reward, sorry, that's my cat, $5 register reward back. And when I submitted to Fetch, I did hit that $15 mark plus an additional 5 tracking. So I got my $1.50 back on Fetch. So it was $22. It was $13 after coupons, and I got $11.50 back. So only $1.50 even with no point booster. So I didn't think that was bad, especially for this big shampoo and conditioner. So here is my receipt. I'm sorry, sunshine there. The 2 Colgate, the 2 Tresemme. I had exactly $13 of register rewards that were expiring, and then the 2 digital. So that brought that down to 0 again, which was, again, super fun. So there is my 2 register rewards that I got for purchasing those. Oh, I also felt like it was okay to keep this one and not spend it, because it is good through next Monday. So I should be able to use that no problem without it expiring. So I was going to leave the store after that, and just with my nice little haul here, and not worry about it, because I wasn't getting any more point boosters, and I didn't really want to just buy things just to buy things and then have to pay, out of pocket for things without a point booster. So I thought, well, let me just try something, because I think we all know at Walgreens, people who don't use their accounts a lot, when they purchase anything, they typically get a point booster. So I just grabbed some candy and put in my mom's phone number just to see what would happen. And sure enough, a spend $30 and get $6 from Walgreens cash booster printed out. So I was like, all right, fun. So I went ahead and picked up this transaction. I don't usually get Cetaphil for free. And I don't think I've ever bought this one before, this gentle exfoliating one. But we do have $3 insert coupons, and we also have $2 printable coupons from coupons.com, and I think there's a $2 one on the app as well. But I obviously use the $3 paper ones. And then we have $2.50 back on Ibotta on each one that does not exclude the use of coupons. There's 1 or 2 Cetaphil Ibotta rebates that do exclude it, but as we all know, it probably will go through, so that will be totally up to you. But this one doesn't even exclude the use of coupons. So $2.50 back on each one of those. So at this point, I figured I didn't have enough Colgate total. I might as well get some more. So this is on my second account, because I had run out of $4 coupons by this point. So I did have the $4 digital for that, and 2 $3 paper coupons for this, the Ibotta rebate to work with, and since I would already have $5 tracking on that Fetch rebate for the Colgate total, this $10 would get me another $1.50. So the Cetaphil are buy one, get one half off. And when you spend $15, you get a $3 store coupon. I wasn't sure if it was going to be a store coupon, register reward, whatever it was, but it was a store coupon for spend $15 and get $3 back on facial care. So it's $13.49 for one Cetaphil and $6.74 for the other one. So it's $20.23. Both of my $3 insert coupons came off just fine, making it $14.23. I got the $3 store coupon back, which I should have taken a picture of, but I didn't, and I rolled it already. And then I got $5 back from Ibotta. And then a Colgate's the same deal we've been discussing. I got the $5 register reward back and hit that bonus on Fetch one more time, because now I've spent $30 on Colgate. So I got the $1.50 back there, and then $6.30 in Walgreens cash for that booster. So it was $30.23. It was $20.23 after coupons. And then I got $20.80 back altogether between the store coupon, the register reward, Ibotta, Fetch, and the Walgreens cash. So actually a 53-cent moneymaker for the Cetaphil, which I was really excited about. So here is the $5 register reward for the Colgate. I have a lot of these now. And then here is my receipt. The half price Cetaphil, the Colgate, the Cetaphil again. There's that point booster. Those 2 paper coupons I used. I used my other 2 $10 register rewards that I had gotten on Friday from purchasing more P&G items. This cashier knows that they'll go through. It doesn't actually have to be on P&G items. And then there's my $4 digital for the Colgate, which brought my total down to only 23 cents out of pocket and got the $6.30 back. So great transaction. So at this point, I had a $6 register reward from last week, which I think was for spending $12 on Crest's products. Hey, Stanley. Stanley hasn't jumped in the video in a long time. Say hi to everybody, Stanley. I'm sure they missed you, but I need you to get out of my way so I can finish. Okay, watch out. All right. So that was it. I was going to be done, except that I had a $6 register reward from that Crest deal that was expiring on the 15th. So I was like, I need to spend that while I'm here. I was just going to go pick out something fun. So I was getting ready to walk away from the register. Somebody else had checked out in the meantime, and they had gotten a spend $15 to get $5 from Walgreens cash paper booster, and they left it behind. So the cashier gave it to me. So I was like, well, okay, sure. We'll have some fun with that too. So I did one more transaction. And thank you so much, Jody. I was watching Jody's video on the way to Walgreens, and she reminded us that we have that $12 off 2 digital coupon, and I need mascara. Like, hey, Stanley. Here, why don't you just sit here for a minute? Can you sit here? Come on. Can you sit here? Good boy. Okay. And I needed mascara, like, badly, so I was really glad that she brought that up, because I was like, yes, I need mascara. So I went ahead and did that, and the Tresemme on this account. So I just used 2 accounts today, which is what I use most of the time. So the Tresemme deal, again, is they're $6 a piece. 2 will cost you $12, and we have that $5 off 2 digital, makes them $7, and you get the $5 in, register reward. The L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara are $10.99 a piece, so they're buy one, get one half off, so the second will be $5.49, makes it $16.48. I had the 12 off 2 digital, which when you scan these in your app now, is not going to show up. But if you add them into your cart, like you were going to do them for like an in-store pickup, you'll see that whether or not you still have that $12 off 2 digital coupon. We also have $2 off when you purchase 2 L'Oreal products. Now that is a store coupon. So when you're using a point booster, you have to make sure that you're at least $2 above where that point booster is in order to be able to get your Walgreens cash back. So in this case, I was using a spend $15 and get $5 in Walgreens cash. So I needed to be at least $17 in order for everything to work out the way that it should. And I was using the $3 store coupon from this transaction. So I really needed to be at $20 in order to get my $5 in Walgreens cash back from the spend $15 and get $5. Hello, Stanley. All right, buddy. Please sit in the chair. Come on. I know. Okay. I had to be at least $20 in order to get my $5 in Walgreens cash back. So hopefully that makes sense. So again, the L'Oreal is $16.48 for the 2 of them. I had the 12 off 2. 12 off 2. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Stanley definitely wants some attention right now. So everything was $28.48. So I was definitely above the $20 to be able to use the store coupon, the spend $15 to get $5 a paper booster, and the $2 store coupon, digital store coupon for the L'Oreal with no problems. So after the coupons, it was $9.48, and I got my $5 back for the Tresemme and $5.23 back in Walgreens cash, making them a 75-cent moneymaker. So before I forget, everything on the table cost me $1.92, not including CVS, that was free anyway, but all of this was $1.92, which I did not think was too shabby. So here is my receipt: L'Oreal mascara, store coupon, the Tresemme, the other L'Oreal mascara, store coupon. There's my point booster. There's that $3 off, a store coupon that I got for purchasing the Cetaphil. Now that just basically says store coupon at the top. It says $3 off your next facial care purchase. But of course it's scanned on anything. And it just has some pictures on it of like the Cetaphil and like, what is that called? Neutrogena products, stuff like that. So I used that $6 registered reward that was expiring. And then there's my digital coupons. So this one was only 48 cents out of pocket, which was great. And then I got back the $5.23 in Walgreens cash. Oh, so I forgot to mention, after this one, I did get a spend 30 and get $6 point booster, but I was like, I'm going to hang on to that. I was like, I'm not going to use it. I'm just probably going to head out. But when she gave me that spend 15 and get 5, I was like, okay, I'm going to use that. But when I did this transaction, then a spend 30 get 7 printed out. So I was thinking, should I do more transactions? But I thought, no, I'm going to hang on to these, because if we do some online deals for the P&G deal that's on Friday for the spend 30 and get $10 in Walgreens cash, I'll have to go in store and pick those up. And then if I want to do some more deals that day, in store while I'm there, I'll have these to use, or I can just wait until next Monday to use them. So I figured I was just going to hold on to those for now. But if you have any questions, just put them in the comments below, and thank you for watching.